Good morning. My name is Brooke Trapezzano, and today I'm going to talk to you about methane emissions produced from agriculture. Since 2006, atmospheric levels of methane have steadily been on the rise, becoming a rather large contributor to climate change. As shown from the pie chart, methane is the second most damaging greenhouse gas after carbon dioxide. Although the lifetime of methane is much shorter than that of carbon dioxide, it is way more destructive because of its ability to effectively trap radiation. For many years, scientists have thought that fossil fuel-related emissions were behind the rising levels of methane, but recent studies have shown that you can point the finger directly at agriculture, particularly at the cattle and the other livestock. Overall, agriculture contributes to about 7% of the total greenhouse gas emissions in the United States, which is a pretty large amount. Because humans are responsible for raising these animals as a source of food and other products, the greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture are considered to be human-related. Overall, there are two different ways agriculture is responsible for methane emissions. The first way is from the stomachs of ruminant animals. A ruminant animal is one that acquires nutrients from food by fermenting it prior to digestion. Ruminant animals create methane in their stomachs through a specific process known as enteric fermentation. Domestic livestock, including cattle, sheep, and goats, make large amounts of methane as a part of their normal digestive process. As these ruminant animals digest their food, methane is produced as a byproduct. This byproduct is then released by being exhaled, belched, or by passing gas, which creates greenhouse gas emissions. As shown in the picture in the lower right-hand corner, majority of the methane released from ruminant animals is either exhaled or belched from the mouth. The second way agriculture releases methane into the atmosphere is from the management of the animal's manure. The livestock we have today is being bred to grow larger to fulfill the demands of society. Therefore, they are being fed more food. As a result, the bigger cattle and other farm animals are producing larger volumes of waste, and in turn, the waste is giving off greater amounts of methane into the air. Large factory farming operations use lagoons, which are shown here, or holding tanks to store the massive amounts of manure produced in their farms each day. As the manure decomposes in these enclosed air containers, the sitting manure produces methane gas. Of the total amount of methane emitted into the atmosphere from agriculture, enteric fermentation represents 20% and manure management represents 7%. This means that agriculture alone is responsible for a total of 27% of methane emissions in the atmosphere. During my research, I found a few different solutions that I believe could help reduce methane emissions from entering the atmosphere. First, an easy action that farmers can take is to change the nutritional strategies they use for their livestock, such as feeding their animals high-quality, digestible feeds and grains. Second, the alteration of the manure management practices used in livestock operations could help control and capture the harmful emissions that would otherwise be released into the air. The third, and in my opinion, the most interesting solution is capturing the methane that the animals release from their bodies, particularly from belching. This can reduce greenhouse gas emissions and provide a cost-effective source of renewable energy. The recovered biogas can be used as an energy source for electricity, heating, or transportation fuel. Using this captured methane as a form of renewable energy could provide a potential revenue source from the sale of renewable energy. Agriculture emissions are the largest source of methane from all human activities. All three of these solutions can easily be put into action to reduce this harmful greenhouse gas that enters the atmosphere. Thanks for listening.